fall asleep.
Warm. That's what I like. That's cool. That's very cool. That's warm. This place is getting messier and messier. Do you feel good about your everything? Are we in a good
Could be
spot?
worse.
Okay, that's good.
Taking a picture of our lighting setup.
Oh, okay.
This is behind the scenes.
Okay. And then it got, it's, oh, you know what? We don't know. We're going to get better at this. Okay.
Yes.
This is, and we look at the green. This is our first season wrap up. Also, thank you to the fans.
Thank you to the fans.
And we always forget, click like, subscribe,
Share.
tell everybody.
Even if you're not a nerd or you don't like watching less than educated Americans flail around trying to understand this show, you might know somebody who does.
Yes, that's true. You might know somebody who does. Now, did we have a plan?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, the first thing, oh, you made a plan.
Well, we have a list. We have a couple of lists.
Okay.
End of season 1. I mean, some of the questions we got is
Oh, good.
what do we think of the writing of this show?
Oh, that's a good thing. That's really good. Okay. So in terms of the writing of the show, you know, the dialogue is more difficult for us to judge because it's in German and we're not German. And we mostly write in comedy, and this has very little comedy except for One-Eyed Guy.
There's the comedy relief seems to be a guy that has poked out one of his eyes. That's the level of funny
But
on
also,
the German show Dark.
That's true. But also 1986 Tiedemann. I maintain, God damn it.
You can say all you want, and I know a lot of you are. You know, he's this noble guy. I think he's playing it for some laughs. We got problems with our life. Move on.
That's good. Okay. Tiedemann, 1986 Tiedemann is funny.
Funny guy.
Funny guy. Come on, that's supposed to be funny.
Somebody in that production is playing him for some laughs with the Satanists and the Rubik's Cube, and the bells ring, and he's like, "Whoop, the Neva, what's going on?"
And also when he gets rained on by the dead birds and his hat falls off. Man, that was fucking great.
He is channeling Oliver Hardy to his benefit.
I love him. You know what I just realized?
What?
The air conditioning is on. Okay, so what do we think of the writing? In terms of the storytelling, well, the storytelling is fantastic, I think. You know, the plotting, that takes a lot of work. You know, you've got time travel, so different time periods, keeping track of why people are doing shit, who did what, who knows what. I mean, I would have to say, and I don't know this, I think the showrunners had to know what was going to happen throughout the entire show before, at least some of what, like before season 3. I mean, they had to know.
Because there's a lot of things that there's things that are happening that later we learn the significance of in season 2 and 3.
Yes.
That you wouldn't do unless you knew the whole chronological line.
Although,
and I mean, it's very, sometimes when you want to use 2 times in a story, you start at a climactic moment and you go, and then it's like, how did we get here? And then you go into the past, and then you go back and forth until they meet up, and then you have the ending.
Yeah.
But this is
way more complicated.
Wacky.
I will say though, let's say you are writing season 2 and you want to make it look like you knew what you were doing. you'd go back to season 1
Oh,
and
yeah.
find shit and pretend it was all intentional.
Absolutely.
I mean, no question about it.
You would look for a happy accident.
Yes.
And I bet they're doing that.
Yes.
And I think they've done that in other shows. I think they did that.
Well, they did that in
Monkeys.
12 Monkeys, which might be the next show we talk about, though it's my favorite show. And
But it's like, it's not as easy to make fun of.
no, I mean, for us,
Not just because it's American. It's not,
yes.
it's not that it's German. It's that it's so earnest. I mean,
Yes.
earnestness is funny for, I think, us in this day and age.
I know. And we were trying to think of American shows that are very earnest, which lends itself, or
Yeah.
movies that lend itself to unintentional comedy because they're also serious.
Yes.
But we couldn't, did we think of any?
We thought of, well, you know, the only one that I thought of, which, you know, is not really current, was 24.
Right.
Which is an American show about the terrorists. You got to leap and you got to run and, you know, get the truck.
You could definitely make fun of that show.
You could definitely make fun. And I'm
Yes.
sure there's other ones, but it's like laughing in church. It's like,
Yes.
it's so serious that you can't, you just,
Yeah, and
it's
we would,
bizarre.
if we were making fun of 24, which we could do, though, I don't know, would people be less or more interested? If we were saying to people, hey, remember that show from 10 years ago?
no,
No.
nobody wants to see
But
that.
we could make fun of Kiefer Sutherland easily. That would be fun, because
But-
didn't he attack a Christmas tree in real life in
Yes,
a
he did.
hotel?
He
Yeah,
leapt-
so I
he
mean,
was drunk and he leapt on a Christmas tree.
well, I mean,
To be funny. It was a comedic attack, but I think
it
once,
was drunk,
once you're into it, it's like you're realizing this is a mistake.
but you can't stop yourself.
No, you can't. You got to go with
You
it.
got to beat the shit
It's
out of
like
the
when
Christmas
people, I think this show, in terms of the moments, has already in season 3, 3 of the best scenes like available
in season 3.
in season 1.
Oh, in
3
season
moments
1.
in season 1, where Ulrich and Mikkel are yelling for each other in the cave, in the time cave. They can hear each other.
Yes.
And they both run outside.
And then they sit
And
across
they
from
sit
each other.
across from each other, and then the other one isn't there.
I mean, it's
I
so
mean, it's
fucking great.
brilliantly written and shot.
Yes.
The scene where Helga, because Helga, the whole of season 1 is, I've got to tell him, I've got to tell him. And he says, tell Noah. I think he's talking about telling himself. He's got to tell his younger self.
Yes.
He's got to tell, and then he has that scene with himself. And he doesn't hear him.
Oh, that's a great scene.
His young self is like, fuck you, go away. I'm not going to listen to you.
Yes.
Which is like, what if you could? What if you could go back and say, dude, you got to stop
God.
seeing this chick, or you
Oh,
got to,
yeah. Don't marry.
don't start smoking. You know,
Don't start smoking. Don't do coke, Claudia.
You would do these things, and
It's gonna be so bad.
And when you be like, yeah, but you know, I just got to finish this.
Oh, don't do
gram.
coke. How am I not gonna stop doing coke?
Yeah.
I need the coke.
And when Jonas is talking, when
When Scraggly Jesus.
Scraggly Jesus, because we know that.
Now we knew that all along.
We
You
knew
guys.
that all
we're
along.
not as stupid as we think.
We're done with. We've seen season 3. My
We've seen
friends.
season 3, my friends. We couldn't tell whether people would watch this and watch Dark for the first time or not. Now that may have been stupid, but that is how we approached season 1. And we even cut things out of the show, our show, where we blew things, you know?
Yeah.
Where we said, that's
yeah.
Jonas, isn't it?
Spoilers.
Yeah, spoilers. We didn't want to spoil it.
I did a lot of those.
Yes, he did. And we didn't know how smart and into this shit you people were with
And
time travel shit. I
you-
mean, come on.
And I have
Like
gone
physicists.
from dolt to super into this. I am super into it now, just in terms of the timelines and who did what. I think it's really cool.
And
now.
and you got super into the color.
I'm super into the colors because certain things you tell an audience, you don't tell them in words, but like this show is very dark and very monochromatic.
Yeah.
And it's like
some of these things, it's almost like it's being shot in black and white. I mean, Jonas is the actor who plays Jonas is very pale,
Yes.
but some of these scenes, it looks like he's blue.
Yeah.
And so when you put him in that yellow slicker, it's like, bang.
Yeah.
It draws your attention. What's her name? Agnes?
Agnes in the
in
red
that
dress.
red dress. It's like, bang. It
Bam.
just hits you.
Yeah.
And somebody said blue in addition.
That may not be in the first season.
It is.
Oh, no, I said
Who?
blue.
For
The
who?
wallpaper room.
The wallpaper room.
Come on.
And
That's the most brightly lit set in the show, ironically.
for no reason.
Yeah,
And
we don't need to. Well, we're already making, you know what? This is the thing. If you're putting a kid in a weird room
Yeah.
and you're going to strap the kid to a chair, it wouldn't hurt you to explain to the kid what's going on.
Yeah.
I mean, you're already going to strap him to a chair. So it's not like you're going to blow the experiment.
Yeah, it's not like the chair is hidden, by the way.
I know.
The
And
chair
it's
is
not like
right
a surprise.
there. Yeah.
So, and you're leaving these children alone in this fucking room with a chair that looks like an electric chair. They know something, they know they're going to be in the chair. So you could try to explain why this is happening.
Yeah,
It would just be nicer.
Or put some of your budget into making the chair look fun.
I also drugs.
Or drugs.
Or,
And why only little boys?
Yeah, well, probably it would be too upsetting to see them strap a little girl into a chair. I just think that would be like, ugh. And people would assume, well, people assume weird sex shit with boys too, but
yeah.
I mean, but if you're gonna kidnap a child and put them in a basement bunker and strap them to a chair, bring them an ice cream sundae. Also, why do they have to watch? Why do the children need to watch old videos? Why do the children need to watch a video of Tan House? Like,
yeah,
the kid's not going to be like, I've solved it. The kid's like, peeing in their pants and being.
Which would be funny if it was like, I was thinking about the paradox, the bootstrap paradox. No, let me finish.
Yeah, that would be funny. What else did we have? Oh, I want to talk about why I like time travel.
Yes.
Okay, you guys. First of all, I'm super into science fiction, superheroes.
True.
Watch these things repeatedly. It's pretty much the only thing I watch for recreation. But my favorite genre of all is time travel. And I think the best time travel shows, and Dark is a little bit like this, but not as much as some others, is a metaphor for therapy. Because you're able to look at your own past actions, and it's illustrating, it's physicalizing a desire that all of us have to go back to our own past selves and wish we could do things differently, or try to learn about ourselves. And when you go into therapy and you're talking about your past, that's sort of what you're doing.
You're reliving, you're thinking back.
There is nothing better if it's done well. In a time travel show where the main character is the same age as a parent and they can have a conversation.
I'm wondering.
They don't have that as much in Dark. They have it in 12 Monkeys.
Do they?
They do. I mean, they do in season 3, but they're not like fun, satisfying conversations.
Yeah, they do. And there's been this.
And they don't go, I'm you, or I'm your daughter, or I'm your, they don't go into it, and it's just upsetting more than anything else.
You guys, you're going to see some shit in seasons 2 and 3.
I'm sure those of you who have seen it, I wonder if you can guess what I'm talking about, but I don't know if you're going to blow it in the comments. I don't know. you know, the fan base, the fans have to tell us, the fans.
The fans, we do have a lot of fans. We're very pleased with ourselves and we want to thank you guys.
Yeah, this all started because I was watching Dark and I was trying to get my daughter to watch it. So I kept talking about it and I was telling her about how nobody wears a raincoat.
We wouldn't shut up about it.
And she said, I would watch a show just about you and Jonathan talking about Dark. Cut to, I don't really think she watches the show. Oh yeah, if you're enjoying this, do you think we should do this with other shows? And that is if we figure out how we're going to do season 2 and 3, because there's a little hiccup in our setup.
Yeah, we have to figure out, and anything you'd like to see more of, because we
Yeah.
are planning, unless there's just a revolution of an outcry to say, no, we're going to do season 2.
Yeah, I
And
mean, if we do season 2, we have
We're
to
going to
do
have a little different setup. We're going to have.
I don't know if we're going to have a different setup.
We might be on the road.
Oh, that's right.
We might be on the road,
Yeah.
in which we could still do it.
Jonathan really wants us to get a camper or van or
It's either a camper, it's either a truck camper, a trailer, or a van.
trailer
And I think it's gonna be either a trailer
or a
truck
truck camper.
I don't like the vans.
No, the van is,
You gotta buy a separate car.
we're not doing that.
No.
We're not Rockefellers. But one thing, and I can't tell whether this is just a German thing or just this particular show, do an unusual amount of German people look like them other people? Because
And I make this
because
joke.
of the joke, doppelganger.
Why is it that German is the only language with a word for doppelganger? Is it a major problem over there?
Yes.
And maybe it is.
I mean, problem or just, well, in joke form it's a problem, but that the amount, the people look so much like their younger versions, or the younger versions look so much like the older versions.
Yeah.
And yet nobody notices that Michael and Mikkel, you know, Michael was Mikkel in 1986. His school picture is in the hallway.
Of the woman, of the school that his mom is principal.
Yeah, a lot of you people keep saying it was 33 years ago. I posit Katerina walks by this photo every fucking day. And even I, as a student in a high school, looked at the photos of prior classes, like when you're bored in the hallway. I mean, you're in school a lot. And so you get bored, you know every graffiti in every bathroom, you know every inch of this place because you're fucking there every, you know. The fact that she never even goes, it's so crazy, my
own son
looks just like this little boy I grew up with. Because
remember Ulrich?
Yes, because the premise of the show is they never leave this fucking town. You know, it's almost like that town from that ABC show, Once Upon a Time, where all the fairy tale people had amnesia and lived in a, I want to say like in a Cape Cod-y town. And then would one day go, oh my God, I'm Snow White. I'm Snow White. How'd I get in fucking Cape Cod?
Was that what that's about?
Yes, it was.
I missed it.
Oh, Prince Charming's married to somebody else. And then they flash back to Fairy Tale Land.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, it was cool. And then one time, because Izzy, this my daughter, kept coming in and I watched it, she didn't. That's how into science fiction I am. I'm watching a fucking fairy tale show and going, oh, that's cool. Look at Snow White's got pants on and she's got a sword. That's better. And so Izzy would come and what's that? Oh, it's Once Upon a Time. That's Ariel. That's the mermaid. She's a saleswoman.
Does she have legs?
Yeah. You know, there's that she's the evil queen, but now she's mayor of Cape Cod or what, upstate New York. Anyway, so then one time I'm watching a show, another ABC show, but she didn't know that, with Ashley Judd. That was only on for a little bit. And Izzy comes in, she sees Ashley Judd running around and she goes, what princess is that? It's a different show. Oh, they all live in this fucking town.
Yes.
They, you know, there's talk of maybe we'll go to Berlin for, but
Everybody
Ulrich
wants to
never
go. It's like
goes.
Uncle Vanya. They all want to go to. They all want to go to Moscow. They
Well,
never do.
Ulrich more than anybody hates this town, and he really should.
He wants to get out of that 1950s.
Oh,
That's what he wants to get out of.
yeah.
That's boy, oh boy. Just wait and see. This is
wait.
just scratching the surface. So, and the other thing that I wanted to say about this.
How did season one end?
Hmm?
How did season one end? What was the last one?
Didn't Jonas get slingshotted into?
Oh, Jonas is in the future.
So that's just a whole key change as well. So
Yes.
like we've been going, you know, we've been going 53, 86, 2019.
Yeah.
And now it's like, bing, guess what?
Do you know what year that was? Should I look it up? 2030 something? Oh, maybe it's 2032. 19, 20, 21, 22. I think it's 2032.
Just keep talking.
Maybe it's 2042.
Um,
Because it's 33 years. 2019 plus
Isn't this
33.
ridiculous?
This is how stupid we are. I didn't do well in math.
I bet you guys in Germany know math so good, and you're like, God, they're stupid.
Did you figure it out?
2052?
No, 2019 plus 33.
2019
It's got to be a 4.
Plus 33.
Yeah.
2019 is almost
Oh, yeah. That
2020.
Oh, I'm so stupid. I'm sick of myself. Okay, 2052.
2052.
So when Jonas zippity doos to
Yeah.
2052, he's in the room that is the first shot of the first season. Hand grenades. Oh, he's got a gun. Remember when I'm talking?
Apocalyptic stuff.
Right in our first
String,
episode, string.
Pictures and
Oh, the
string.
strings and the pictures and all that. And then we popped to old lady Claudia looking at it, right?
Yeah.
Maybe.
And
I love-
she's got on her
I love-
apocalypse outfit.
Old lady Claudia is how this Claudia wants to dress when she's an old lady. I want to wear an army jacket with a big, it's like Diane Keaton, old lady. I mean, hopefully I won't wear a dress over pants with gloves and a hat, but
Yeah,
it's probably going to happen, Jonathan. That'll be me.
that could. Fingerless gloves.
Yeah, she's cute.
Who?
Diane Keaton.
Oh, Diane Keaton.
I mean, as an old lady.
Adorable. She's
Okay.
great.
Yeah, I mean,
She wears a dress over pants.
Yes,
Why?
I had a meeting with, I had 2 meetings with Diane Keaton, and I know it all fell apart. Don't get excited. I met her at the Beverly Hills Hotel, and that first time she came, she was in like the full Keaton. She had
Wow.
the hat, the gloves, the jacket, the belt, pants, lace-up shoes, like a I mean, she looked like,
String tie.
Charlie Chaplin, a clown, Charlie Chaplin, but all the fucking clothes, her whole
Wow.
closet. Too bad that never worked out.
You would have loved that. She's like one of your heroes.
I know, she was going to play the first version of Elaine when it was going to be on HBO.
Really.
Yeah, she
How to
dropped.
Live with Your Parents. Check that out, folks.
Oh yeah, that's one of my shows.
I was there.
You were there. What else?
Good times.
That's another
Smoking
great
and-
scene, though. The
Which one?
scene between Katerina and Hannah
That's
when
a
they
great
have a
scene.
confrontation, and the scene where Katerina beats the shit out of Regina in the hall.
The scene in season 1 is the one where we really see how down and dirty Hannah is,
Oh
right?
man,
Where
fucking
she's
Hannah.
like, oh yeah, he wanted to leave you
Yes.
for me. And
But we also reveal that she's the one who said the rape allegation against Ulrich.
yeah.
And
I'll
she
tell you
goes to
something, folks.
Alexander.
You gotta end this guy for me. And I'll tell you something else.
What?
That ain't nothing.
Yeah, that ain't nothing.
That ain't nothing, you guys.
All right, I think that's it.
I think that's it, you guys. Please let us know what you think and any direction you want. We've had a great time doing season 1.
Yeah.
We hope you've enjoyed the bonus footage.
We love you.
We love you. We love doing this.
We
love
want to
each
go
other.
to Germany. We love each other.
We want to go to Germany. We
Oh,
will.
God,
we
we
won't go in
will.
a camper, but
Not in a camper.
But we might go there and get a camper there.
No, that
And
sounds
drive
too
around.
scary. We don't even know the language.
France.
Maybe France. I've been there before. And you can speak French.
Oui.
I can.
Un peu. Je parle français.
Okay. Plus,
Hey, everybody.
press like,
Do it.
hit subscribe.
Do it now.
Tell your friends. Bye.
Bye.